everyone, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Danielle, the American expat mom of 3 living in Germany. So today's video is a bit of a topic, but it's also a Q&A. So I asked you guys to ask me questions on my Instagram account. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I will put a link in the description box and my name here. And I just asked you guys to ask any questions, but the theme of this video was related to a question I have gotten so much since we have gotten back in Germany, and that is, since our trip, do we want to move back to the US? Basically, how has our viewpoint on the idea changed since we have gotten back in Germany? Also, I have a question for you guys. So I noticed a significant rise in my views on my Insta stories and also just overall engagement on my platforms when we were in the United States. So first I kind of thought, oh, it's because we're away, we're on holiday, it's exciting. However, when we went to Italy, when we went to United Kingdom, we went to England, the engagement would go up like the beginning of the stay, but they would go down like towards the end by quite a significant amount. But I noticed in the United States, you guys stayed pretty engaged the whole almost 3 weeks, and ever since we've been back, everybody's like, you need to come back. How many of you guys are American in the comments? Like, where do you guys think we should live? I'm really curious. Okay, so I got quite a few good questions on my Instagram. There's one in particular that I thought was really good. If COVID never happened and money wasn't an issue, where would you guys like to live? So I thought this was a great question because I think it really puts into perspective where I would really genuinely want to live if I could just pick and choose based off of, I guess, vibes and feelings and gut feelings. I think we would already be in the UK. I'm sure that we would be in England by now. Even if we wouldn't stay there our whole lives, I feel like I would definitely at this point in my life want to make the transition over there. I just love everything about it. I love the land, especially the landscape. It just really inspires me. I think everybody is inspired by different things, be it landscape, food, videos, music. You know, when I was in England, I just always felt really inspired in a strange sense of belonging. So if those two factors didn't come into play, I'm sure of it that we would be pursuing England, even if it was just for a couple years to just see how we go and see if my gut feeling was right and if we did feel like we belonged there after we spent some time there. However, the circumstances are not that way right now, so there is a lot of other things coming into play. To answer everybody's question as to if we would consider moving back to the United States, especially after our previous stay, I would say that we are considering it on a higher scale than we were prior to the visit and prior to COVID-19 as well. Or not prior to COVID-19, post COVID-19. I think right now, especially in such troubling times, the value of having family close by, and I think a society where you feel like you fit in the most, there is, or at least it's your homeland, if that makes sense. There's like a more sense of security, at least for me, but that doesn't say the same for Johannes. So that's also quite a challenge, because obviously his security blanket is kind of Germany, and I think honestly it's that security blanket that has kept us here so long, because he's the one who has gone to school and is like the main breadwinner of the family, so that's what keeps us in Germany probably the most. Not that we don't like Germany, but you can basically say that we have had an itch, when at all possible, to move to somewhere else. I guess you could say we were originally planning on England, but all of the things that have gone down in 2020 have us really having to think things through a lot more than if COVID-19 had not been an issue. I hope that answered your question. You know, ultimately, I think that I would have been really pursuing my UK idea if money wasn't an issue, and also if COVID wasn't an issue. I'm pretty bogged down about how things are going in England right now. I don't really know how I feel about some of the choices in the handling of the situation. have been over there, over here, or United States, you know, everybody. But I think like meddling with people's mental health to the degree of like not letting them go for walks is taking it a bit far in my personal opinion. So that definitely has me umming and ahhing about the UK even more right now. As annoying as the whole situation is, it has really, I think, unleashed the veil when it comes to who a society is and how a society is and how things are ran. So that has actually, even though it seems like it's complicated the situation for us, it may be in secret clearing a pathway as to what the right answer for our family might be. So I'm just trying to have faith and pray that everything that goes down in the remainder of this probably other eventful year will clear the way and make it obvious what the fitting decision might be for our family. I also have to take into account that I'm quite blessed that I even can ponder thinking about these things. You know, we have rights to living in two different lands, and obviously there was Brexit, and I could live anywhere in Europe actually right now, but learning another language isn't something I really want to have on my plate right now, nor do I really aspire to live in any other European country apart from Germany. So we just feel like at least we have options out there. Even with Brexit, both Johannes and I still fit at least right now, we still fit the category of people that would have a pretty easy move and transition over there. If you look into the guidelines post-Brexit, we fit all of the qualifications to have a pretty smooth transition. So it's nice to know that we have options out there. As overwhelming as it can be, it's also a blessing. So the next question that I thought was kind of in the theme of this is, are you moving to the Midwest? This is from somebody I talk to a lot on Instagram. I'll link her down below as well. She's such a joy to follow. Her home is just like a paradise. But anyways, I don't know. I think it looks really lovely there from your posts. I kind of feel like if we're going to move back to the US, it's going to be close to family or somewhere really warm and just a state that kind of like fits our viewpoints. Those are the main categories we are looking for. So I guess you never know, but it's a big country with a lot of options, and family or somewhere warm are kind of the first two priorities. Okay, other questions are pretty unrelated to this topic. If I didn't get to your question, don't worry. Some of them gave me great video topic ideas. Sometimes the hardest part of doing YouTube is just coming up with enough things to talk about in like a topic. So you guys gave me great topic ideas, so I will be getting to them in future videos, I'm sure. So some of the more simple ones, do you have a middle name? I do. My middle name is Brandon. It's not my favorite thing to talk about. I don't really like my middle name. What do you guys think? I just kind of think it's a boy's name. I was kind of made fun of for it in school, actually. One positive note, actually all of my kids have a nature theme in their middle name. Apparently the definition of Brandon is Brown Hills. So I guess I have a nature middle name, so that has helped me to like it a little more. Another question I have is, was there any difference in the COVID restrictions in Germany compared to the US? I actually made a video about that, and I will just link it down below for you. Can you see any of your children choosing to live in America as adults? If so, who? I really can, especially since I think Germans are so interested. They have a tendency to be very interested in the US. I can definitely see possibly all of them wanting to maybe try it, but I think particularly Olivia, I think she's pretty free-spirited, so I can see her taking advantage of going to a whole other country for who knows how long, but I think that probably all of them will dip their toes in going for probably a prolonged period of time. This is a great question. Would you ever do a reaction video to your old videos? I have had that in my mind for a long time. If you guys want that, leave me a comment saying that you would like that. I think that would be fun to go back on. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you did. Hope you guys all have an amazing weekend and Friday. I'm gonna go edit this video and then go out for a nice sunny walk. The weather has got quite a bit warmer, so I can't wait to get out. We'll see you guys next time.